How it goes, the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys having a great and exceptional day. I'm tired as hell, but at the end of the day, I must prevail, and I hope you guys feel the same way. All right, today's word of the day is Inkling. It's basically someone yapping on and on and on, and you only have the vague idea of what they are talking about. Lord have mercy. We live in an age where people love to not get to the point when they just can, like, I always say I simplify it. I try to simplify everything as much as possible. But if I say I have to use the restroom, that means I got to use the restroom. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. But certain people just have this particular mindset of saying, I must pontificate how I use the restroom. And should I go to the one upstairs, or should I go to the one downstairs, or should I use the laboratory 5 feet away from me? Decisions. And I'm just like, no, you just need to go to the freaking bathroom. Lord have mercy. Save me. Anyways, do your best to just get to the point when you're trying to explain something, people. Don't try to sound so smart. Cut down on the information. Give them the Reader's Digest version, or as I like to call the bullet point version of it, and not the long and drawn out dissertation. Okay, today's quote of the day is by Jamal Warner. He says, I've met men who have been married 19 to 20 years, and all of a sudden the wife decides one day she needs to find herself. And this is not me trying to do gender war, but this is so true when it comes to a lot of women out there. But there are cases where men are like, I don't need to find myself, but I feel that we've grown apart. And it's normal for people to grow apart in relationships, friendships. It is what it is. And it's not to say that it's right or wrong. It's just like life does happen. Evolution happens. Evolution's going to happen one way or the other, whether you want it to or not, or whether you want to be a part of it or not. Just ask the people that have been gentrified out of their cities, major cities and whatnot. I mean, heck, half of the population in the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida, most of those people come from New York and California now because they could not afford to live in New York and California anymore. The evolution happened whether they wanted it to or not. So that's why they say you evolve, you disappear. That's why certain populations from the Northeast and the West Coast have disappeared, because they could not keep up financially with the pace of what was going on with the cost of living in those areas. All right. So on that note, family, do the great three things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves. Oye, que le bro, like, what is it, say in Spanish? Bienvenido a la vida. Welcome to the life.